I've always been interested in capturing the human body in, growing up as a plus size woman. Everything is usually very exaggerated, at least, or that's how you're made to feel, like everything you do. So I would say that's kind of where the shapes came from. So yeah, it's just me putting how I feel physically on canvas, So usually when I paint, they kind of fill up the space. There's not much else. For me, it's just a way of putting out what I feel. Hi, my name is Deborah Segun. I'm a Nigerian artist based in London, and we're here at my Orpington studio. I specialize in abstract figuration. I feel like the purpose of my art is to tell a story, a personal story. So I mostly capture my personal experiences through my art. For me, it's a way of documenting my growth, a way of healing, a way of communicating things that I might not be able to generally speak about. I also kind of create the works to inspire other women that might be going or experiencing, different changes in their lives or their bodies, or it's a nice way to kind of open a dialogue and just, relate with people. So my approach to color usually starts with the background. That's kind of like the genesis. So with that, it's usually based off emotion, or it's usually based off like physical research. Because sometimes I tie my emotions to colors as well. So if I'm feeling a bit sad, the colors are a bit more toned down. If I'm feeling really good, they're a lot brighter. So usually I would say the background is the foundation of how the painting goes, and then I kind of just build up my colors from there. And then I would say some of my choices of colors are also intuitive, because sometimes you just look at a color and you're like, okay, this makes sense, this just adds up, and most of my colors are mixed by myself. I like playing around with different colors and seeing what comes out. With texture, I'd say that's more of a new thing that I've started doing. I didn't just want people to see the works, I wanted them to be able to like feel the works or just imagine what it feels like, And I just like how textures are not so, they can be rough, they can be a bit more controlled, but oftentimes they're pretty rough, and it just kind of reflects like real life experiences for me. Because nothing is ever that simple or ever that easy or ever that straightforward. So I think I wanted to sort of capture that in my works as well. In terms of cultural background, I'm Yoruba, and I'd say some of our garments are pretty colorful or are pretty expressive. Our geles are expressive. Even with wedding culture, everybody wants to like outdress each other. So there's this sort of flamboyance that comes with it, and I think I sort of have a bit of that in my painting, in the way the shapes are exaggerated as well. Because I grew up in Lagos as well, so it's very chaotic, it's very like rowdy, no days the same, and I think for me, I kind of, with my painting, it's like the complete opposite. So it's like a way that I sort of check out. I had something that I could sort of control. I could control the colors, I could control things. With Lagos, it's like there's something new every day. And, so it's like I never know how the painting is going to look in the end. For the works at 154, it's going to be a whole lot of pink. You're going to get a lot of emotions. It's called The Politics of Pink. A lot of it was inspired by my recent trip to Greece. I would say my works embody a sense of comfort, a sense of community, peace. And I think that's also what, the fair is about as well. Bringing together community from Africa and the diaspora, connecting and meeting with people. And so I think that's roughly what you would see in my work as well as the fair.